Ah, shit. A 200mm cavity. Now, the bricks are absolutely beautiful on this job. They're £4 a piece. Only plastic. Starting a brand new extension today. The last extension was started a couple of weeks ago. I went on holiday as soon as I set it out, so I never got to finish it. Basically 2 extensions. We've got this one here where I'm stood. We've got 2 goalpost systems going on. A small block and beam floor, and it's going all the way up with a knock through. And then we have another extension, and this, I need to really read the drawings again, but this is going to be another extension. We've got a couple knock throughs to do on the original property. There's going to be a lot of glass, a lot of steels. The first extension I've ever done, and it's going to actually have a 200mm cavity. This morning I've got loads of starter packs to put up. Today what we're going to be doing is getting this block work over here to the underside of beam, because we're having a block and beam floor here. The reason we're having block and beam floor is because the finished floor level is all the way up here. So if we're going to have a traditional floor, we're talking 225, 450, we're talking almost 900mm worth of infill in this area. So it's more cost to do infill and the labour of all the infill rather than just have block and beam floor. So I'm going to get this to underside of beam, which I've already worked out, and then we'll see how we're going to get on. The bricks for this job haven't turned up yet. They're coming all the way from, I want to say, Switzerland or Germany. They're a very fancy brick. So looking forward to start this job. The beams we're having are 150mm, so that's our underside of beam there. That's where we're going to take our block work to. You can also see this air vent here. We're going to have air ventilation under the block and beam floor so we can ventilate the original property, and then our top of beam is going to finish there. They're actually 250mm cavities. I'm just setting out this wall here. They are 250mm cavities. Never seen ties this big before. The first corner up on the job, we've got it to the underside of beam level here. I've had to crash this down ever so slightly, probably about 15mm, and then we've just got 150 to allow for the beams. Easy peasy. To give you an idea of what we're actually building, I've just pulled out the drawings because I need to refer to them again. You can see just how big the cavities are. So where I'm working at the moment is just here. I'm building this corner to this steel goalpost here. I'm about to do all of my block flat here because we have a brick on edge detail. So we're going to get this up to height. We've got some steps here coming up to a patio area to a new opening we're going to form, and then later on we're going to drop onto this extension. Right, there we go. So we've just wrapped up for the day. No filming because I had to get my head into the job. We ended up getting this extension here up, and we've allowed for the 150mm air vents to go in. Earlier I spoke about the finished floor level being a certain height, but we actually have another build up of 225mm on top of what I said earlier is the finished floor level. So we haven't gone to the wrong height, we did go to the correct height. I just got a bit bamboozled this morning. We've also obviously sent up all of our block work here, at least 4 courses, just to get the radon going off and all of the trays sorted. These are the massive ties we are using. They're £4 a piece, only plastic. Same goes here. Got all of our trays sorted, all of our radon sorted as well. Something else I forgot to mention earlier, we have internal block work, face brickwork, and another skin of internal block work. So pretty productive day. It's set to rain tomorrow, so whether or not we actually get much done I don't know, but we've just loaded out everywhere, so fingers crossed we're on for a good day. But overall today's been a really productive day. Obviously not much filming because I'm trying to get my head into this job. Hopefully tomorrow bricks turn up and we can get blasting. Right, it's about 9 o'clock and it's proper rainy today, so we'll be dropping on the block work pretty much most of the day, and then we're going to be loading out. Now the bricks have turned up and they are marvellous, so I'll show you them in a little bit. I've thrown a corner up here 10 courses high, and then we're also, follow me, throw a corner up here as well, or just start running this in. We're going to get this 10 courses high. If the block work can take it, because obviously it is a little bit rainy and we have got a lot of tray in this wall, but should be okay. And then, like I say, we're gonna get loaded out and then we'll just see how the weather goes for this day. So yes, busy day.
Take me back to the riverside, counting days, passing time. Yeah, we were young and so alive. Now it feels like another life. So can you tell me a different story? 'Cause the one I got, you know it's getting old.
So we've just sent this up another 4 courses because it's so windy and rainy. I don't want to be too greedy. So we're going to come back here and send it up to 10 courses. But at the moment we've got 8 on, pointed the back, pointed the front of the wall. That's looking really nice. There's a lot of tray on this whole extension. Simple reason is because the ground level is coming up quite significantly, so we need to make sure that everything's pretty watertight, pretty tanked, and we've got all of our weep holes and trays in, otherwise we're going to have a right nightmare with damp. Now, I was just talking to Jake about tanking. Here we're going to have some steps coming up into an opening we're going to create. So we're going to have step all the way up. Now these steps are going to be filled with hardcore, with concrete and things like that. So our extensions here, if these steps get really wet, how are we going to protect the extension, the brickwork and all the internal insulation and block work from penetrating water? So we was just talking to Jake about it. What we're going to do is tank the entire block work here. So you can see I've got a 900 tray covering my blocks. Now the steps are going to be coming up at an angle like this. So if water hits this block work, it's going to get wet inside you. But we're going to put this tray here, like that. We're also going to build up our brickwork here, up. And we're going to wrap DPM from here behind the brickwork, and it's going to lap out here. So imagine a C. We're going to create that detail here to protect this from getting wet and protect this from getting wet. And just to visualize it, follow me. So when I refer to tanking, or we're tanking something, imagine this blocks our wall. We've got our DPM or DPC here. Like the block on the wall, the tanking comes all the way up the wall, and then it's fully wrapped. So if you see, that block's now watertight from below, sideways and above, and that's what we're creating there. So a lot of trays, a lot of messing about, but we're getting there. That's it.
Every path
Marvellous. I'll check this with a level. God, that's flat. You tell me. Oh my God. That's absolutely. Oh, what a minute. Better than the brickwork. Oh wow. How's hair still?
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't
it? Right, we've just wrapped up, tidying in here and sending this up to 10 courses. So that's all lovely, plump and flat. But very excitingly, we're about to hop on the brickwork. Now, the bricks are absolutely beautiful on this job. I've only laid them once before, and there are these. They are absolutely marvellous. So we're just loading out about 700 down this main run. We've also just thrown on a mix. Now the architect has specified what mix we're using. 6-1-1, so that's 6 yellow building sand, 1 hydrated lime and 1 white cement. So that should look really nice with these bricks. Also, what we're doing with these bricks, follow me. To mitigate any sort of variation between the bricks, we're opening up a couple of packs at a time, mixing them up and then loading them out. So that way we won't have any variation when we have new packs come in. Doing this just avoids that. So something else I'm just doing before we start laying, I'm just tracing out my bond for the full build. Now, I visually like to see it, so I trace it out. I also measure, so I measure my bond in increments of 900, 918, 2.7, but I've visually laid it all out. The reason I've done it, and it's quite important here, here it comes, is here we've got a massive window starting from there and wrapping all the way to that block reveal. So I've got a steel above this and I need to make sure that my brickwork works over the steel. So tracing it out now and sorting out how big or how small my perps are going to be, especially in this run, returning over there, is really important. And finally, sorry, I've lifted up my 900mm tray. That's going to come down and lap out here. And then I've just sorted out my C tray detail, or a full tanking detail. 3 courses above this block here. This tray is going to fully wrap and tank these bricks here. These are our bricks from DPC going all the way up. Our tray here is going to lap down, sit onto this, and we're having our weep holes there. So a lot of tray, a lot of messing about, but I'm very excited to lay these bricks. Oh, it's like ice cream, mate. It's absolutely, give it a little shake, shake. Bit more, bit more, bit more. Shake it. Nice. Cool. Right, level, travel. Right. First brick on the new extension. Where's my tape? Horrible, isn't it now? Yes. How is it that it's been fine pretty much all day?
As soon as you put your trowel down, man.
Mate, joke. Look nice though, don't they?
Mate, they look fucking mate.
Look nice.
They look real good.
I'm gutted. I'm at a wedding tomorrow.
You're not in tomorrow. Mate,
how sad am I?
I know what you're saying though, like...
It's so good.
Yeah, it looks fucking marvellous.
Absolutely marvellous. How do we do it? This is going to be such a showpiece. Yeah. Like this extension is going to be incredible.
Mate, it'll be beautiful. It'll be absolutely beautiful. I'm just getting a few bits sorted over here, like.
Mate, you do your thing, man.
I'll just let you crack off the time being.
Yeah, no stress. 225, lovely. So here, there, and going up, we're going to have a small cut. It's 180 millimeters. Reason because we've got a floor-to-ceiling window here going all the way up. So that has to be a cut to make sure that it bonds with a half there. So small cuts, nothing too crazy. I don't think it'll be too noticeable. You got a tape measure on you? Can I just pinch it? I keep leaving mine everywhere. Oh wow, thank you. I don't think these bricks are going to like water. No. They seem to be very, very absorbent. Ah, shit. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
What you're saying.
Yeah, they don't like to sink.
Yeah.
So you got to really be careful on your bed joint.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
Marvellous.
Just take a bit.
Oh no. Oh. Prop. There we go. So we've put 3/4 on. We've got our 200mm insulation in, and this is that tanking detail I spoke about earlier. Starts there, wraps all the way up behind the brick, laps there. Tomorrow this 900 tray is going to drop down onto here, and then we're going to have our weep holes. Okay, so easy peasy, pretty much sorted. What me and Jake are doing now is waiting for this compo to go off, because we're going to be finishing it with a piece of timber. This isn't timber, but a piece of timber, nice rough finish, because these bricks, the arises aren't really defined. So going to finish it off with a piece of timber, give it a brush, and then we are out here. But it's almost 4 o'clock, 10 past 4, so this is going to take a while. So I will catch you next week when we're blasting this extension up.